Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you again, or if you're new around here, welcome. And today we're talking about the Great Tusk Mill deck that took everyone by surprise by placing 16th at the Regional in Santiago. Let's talk about it. Now, along with Cloth, Great Tusk Mill was a deck that I loved, that unfortunately relied very heavily on double turbo energies. So, with rotation, I kind of thought that I had seen the last of Great Tusk Mill. And thankfully, I was wrong. If you didn't know, milling is a term that refers to discarding your opponent's top card or cards from their deck. Since one of the win conditions in the Pokemon TCG is when your opponent can't draw a card to start their turn, they lose. So decking your opponent out is typically going to be the way that mill decks win. Great Tusk of Temporal Forces fame is by far the most efficient mill card we have in the meta. For a single prize basic Pokemon, it only needs 2 colorless energies to simply discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Or, if you've used an Ancient Supporter that turn, it then mills the top 4 cards of your opponent's deck, which can be absolutely devastating, as that is nearly a 10th of their entire deck. Now, we only have 2 Ancient Supporters. Professor Sada's Vitality, which is by far the most useful and even more important now that double turbos are gone, and Explorer's Guidance, which isn't too shabby but just isn't on Sada's level. Sada is the only way that we can find ourselves attacking first turn, but honestly, since double turbos aren't here, I do think we want to go first now with this deck. But if you do happen to go second, and if you have a Great Tusk in the active, and a Fighting Energy in hand, and a Fighting Energy in the discard pile, and a Sada in hand, then you can actually attack first turn with Land Collapse. But it's rare, and it's hard to do. Again, especially now that we don't have the double turbo energy. Explorer's Guidance isn't terrible. You can look at the top 6 cards of your deck and take 2 of those and put them into your hand. So we do have to discard 4 cards, which isn't great, but we do play 2 Pal Pads, 2 Super Rods, and a Night Stretcher if we happen to discard some important supporters or some important Pokemon. Now, with our lack of double turbo energy that we can just attach on our Great Tusk and Land Collapse, we needed a draw engine to make this deck work, and that's where Dudunsparce comes in. With just a Fan Rotom on the first turn, we can go fetch out 3 Dunsparce, put them in play, to give us plenty of ways to draw cards through Dudunsparce's ability, Runaway Draw, which shuffles the Dudunsparce back into the deck and then allows you to draw 3 cards. Since we are relying more heavily on Professor Sada's Vitality in this Tusk list, having the ability to just draw 3 more cards to potentially get you a Pokégear, which we run 3 of, or Sada herself is just huge. Because we need to be using Ancient Supporters as much as humanly possible, we run 4 Sadas and 4 Explorers, but we also do have 1 more supporter, a very nasty one by the name of Xerosic's Machinations. Xerosic is kind of here to be our late game Iono, except instead of our opponent taking their big hand and putting it on the bottom of their deck, where it would help them to not deck out, Xerosic makes them discard cards from their hand until they have 3 remaining. Since mill decks are very much in the same vein as stall decks, there's a good chance that your opponent will have a humongous hand at one point or another, probably late game. So Xerosic can just absolutely destroy any game plan they had. Another extremely dubious aspect to this deck are the 3 handheld fans that we run, and this tool is nasty. It states that when the Pokemon that this card is attached to is damaged by an attack, you can move one of the energies from that attacking Pokemon onto one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. For decks that are very particular about how many energies they run, like Charizard, or decks that run very specific energies like Terrabox, are absolutely screwed by this tool, as it really allows us to manipulate how and if they can attack by moving energies to non-attackers. We do also run 2 Crushing Hammers to give us a chance at discarding our opponent's energies directly from their Pokemon, which can be devastating. Now, because we are ideally never taking prize cards with this deck, we actually run Redeemable Ticket, so that if we prize a couple Sadas or a couple Great Tusks, we can get those back into our deck and it won't absolutely kill us. This is also especially crucial if we have prized Neutralization Zone, one of our biggest late game win conditions. Our ace spec, Neutralization Zone, is the same one we used to play because it just makes sense. We have 3 Artazons to put down early in game to not only get basics down, but to potentially knock our opponent's stadiums, or to try to get them to knock our stadiums, so that late game, when we do play our zone, ideally they will just have no more stadiums left, and they just can't damage us as long as they are a 2-prize deck. In true stall/mill fashion, where would we be without a Mimikyu to potentially set up early to stall, or set up late where our opponent just can't knock it out? It's extremely useful, and although the Mimikyu stocks have taken a bit of a hit with Fan Rotom in the meta, this can still come up extremely clutch. One big difference between the old Tusk list and the new one is a lack of accompanying flute. Now, we used to use this to try to get our opponent's Pokemon down on the bench that they didn't want, and then we could ideally gust up and trap a non-attacker in the active. We did used to play Gravity Gemstones to try to make retreating harder, but unfortunately with the likes of Latias in the meta, every all-basic deck just has free retreat. So I 100% understand why this Great Tusk Mill deck does not use the accompanying flute Gravity Gemstone combo. Plus, Handheld Fan was always kind of nastier anyways. This is truly a devious deck, and I am so happy that it has forced its way back into the meta. A good matchup for Great Tusk essentially only requires that we get our deck going and that our opponent has at least one utility Pokemon down on the bench, which is pretty damn common right now. This is because we need a Pokemon to send those energies to off of those handheld fans so that our opponent can't attack, or at least can't attack for very much. A bad matchup is one where this deck just doesn't get going, or if our opponent is playing a deck like Raging Bolt and they get really fortunate where they don't have to use Squawkabilly or Noctowl and they just have all attackers in play. I will say that this deck is not going to have the consistency of those top decks in the meta, but I do think it will be more consistent than the old Great Tusk lists just because of Dudunsparce. With this being the first Great Tusk list I've seen since rotation, I don't really have any notes on potential cards to add. I just want to say congratulations to Camilo, Nilo for building this deck and piloting it to a top 20 finish at a regional. Like, that is crazy, and I just respect the absolute hell out of you for playing Great Tusk to a regional. You are my hero. Alright, let's jump into some gameplay. I cannot wait. I am so freaking excited about this list. God, I'm so happy to be playing Great Tusk again. Alright, let's get this started. Unfortunately, we did lose the coin toss, so they made us go first. I'm not actually 100% sure if we want to go second with this current list, because we don't have, 2 mulligans. Because we don't have a double turbo. So maybe we do actually just want to go first, like consistently, to give us a better shot at just Dudunsparce turn 2, you know. I think that might be the move. Also, I'm sorry if I sound weird. I am sick right now, so y'all are just gonna have to put up with that. I apologize. But in this case, we are definitely going to go Fan Call because... Oh, wait, we can't go get Dunsparce out of that. Shoot. Alright, so we'll have to just go get 2 Dunsparces. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Really wish I could have gotten a Tusk down. That would have been nice, but it's okay. It is what it is. We'll go ahead and attach to Dunsparce. So at the very least we could like retreat off it. We can Artazon for Tusk, Sada, boom boom, retreat, do all that fun stuff. Alright. I like that. If I'm coughing too much, or if I have to blow my nose, I'll try to edit that out. Y'all don't need to be hearing that. disgusting as shit. I got so much. Anyways, I hate colds, man. They're so annoying because it's just like I'm not dying, but I can't really talk correctly, and all the pressures in my face, and I hate it. And it has made making videos very, very, very annoying. So this is perfect. Oh, they're just giving me everything I need right here. So every time they attack me, if I have a handheld fan going, right? Every time they attack me, I'm just going to move that dark energy right onto Ed's Reshiram. Every single time. So that works out perfectly. They're right there. Or Budu. Both of those guys work. Interesting. Going item lock here. Instead of the TM Evo, which I feel like would have been the better play. But whatever. I'm not complaining. I got Artazon in play. We're going to get Tusk down. Gonna instantly Sada. Would have been nice to Sada onto multiple ones, but that's okay. We did get Handheld Fan. That is huge. And now our attachment for turn last turn is extra huge. Perfect. And would you looky there, we are land collapsing turn 2, just like how you want. Oh my goodness. Goodbye Boss, goodbye Brock, goodbye Dark Energy, and goodbye Ends PP up. Those are all very, very big mills. So I love it. That's why they didn't Team Evo. They just had 2 frickin' Zoroarks in hand. So they got such a cracked start. Can we talk about that? Arven and Trolley. And 2 Zoroarks in hand. And I think the Reshiram and the Darumaka in hand too. Like, that's wild. That is wild. Alright, this works out. This works out. We should be able to Dunsparce. Hope we get Pokégear or Explorer or Sada. And we're chilling. We're chilling. There's Ed's Castle, of course. They are flying through their deck. You love to see it. You love to see it. Alright, so we are going to have to get another Sada. So that is a requirement. But we have 6 cards that we should be able to look through here. And we will move that on to... Yeah, bye-bye that Dark Energy. That is now on Reshiram. Alright. Let's see what we can do. We're going to push this damaged Dunsparce, because you can evolve it, and then when you use its ability, you are just able to retreat, pretty much. So that's not bad. So yeah, all we need is just a Sada. Just a Sada, and we're good. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. It's alright. Push forward Tusk. We will get rid of... I should have Earthen Vesseled first. How many energies do we have in here? 3? Okay, we're good. We're good. We'll get rid of one of those and a Nest Ball. Go get another Dudunsparce. See what we can do here. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of the Nest Ball. Maybe I should have used that to go get another Dunsparce. I don't know. There we go. Well, not quite. Not quite. Not exactly what we needed there, unfortunately. Let's see if we can grab ourselves like a... Oh. What an awful Explorer. Oh, wait, no, this will actually work. That was rough, though. I don't like what I had to do there at all. Can I just get a frickin' Mimikyu? That's all I want right now. I just want to force them to not be able to do anything for a sec. Dang. Okay. We will just go ahead and push forward Rotom. We'll put another Tusk down. We could Super Rod now. I don't hate that. Get one of each of these guys. Well, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Hold on to that Pal Pad until after we Sada again, I think. And then we will just end our turn. Because we don't want to give them any damage that they can Monkey Dory back onto us. So, call that good. Didn't quite get what we needed, but we have it for next turn. So as long as we don't get Iono'd, we're chilling. Fortunately, there is a lot of Iono in the meta right now, so can never be too careful. I'm pissed I got Iono'd last turn. Had such a solid hand there. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Get your Dark Energy back out. Take out another Great Tusk. That's fine. How many Ends Castles do most Ends deck play? Ends decks play. Typically 2. Okay, I can deal with that. Yeah, typically 2. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Is he gonna Flame Body Cannon? Or is he gonna just 170 take the knockout? Yeah, just 170 take the knockout. Don't blame him there. Don't blame him at all. Alright. So yeah, now we will... Man, would be nice to have another Great Tusk down. So we could use both of these fighting energies, but it's okay. Can't always get what you want, you know. Did finally get Mimikyu, but we can't really put it down right now. We'll have to hold on to that. Let's see if we can Crushing Hammer. Let's go. Just make everything as annoying as possible for him. Get rid of that bad boy. Now we Pal Pad back both of our Sadas. Beautiful. Land collapse, baby. Oh, there goes their other castle. We should just be able to put Neutralization Zone in next turn. And I think they will not be able to knock it if they're playing a standard and Zoroark list. I think. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. 1 energy left in there, and they are Ionoing us, of course. Of course. Maybe they'll give me a Professor Sada then. They will. Yes, they will. Let's go. Yeah, don't really need Pheasantipity in this matchup. It's a very interesting first match here. Ends PP up? Okay, so they're going to be able to get one on the bench. But they need another Ends PP up if they're going to be able to do it. Oh, they do not have any left. So they need to draw a Dark Energy here to be able to attack. Let's go! Let's go! If you can get them to not attack for a turn, you're so set. You are so freaking set. I think we hold on to the Dudunsparce, honestly. Oh, nice. Nice. Let's go ahead and do that. And that. Yeah, we'll do that. Go ahead and get ourselves another energy in there. They conceded. Let's go! Yeah, we had that one pretty much in hand. Good first game. Good first game. This Tusk list, very much impressing me so far. Still can't believe it finished 16th at a regional. That is crazy. On to game 2. Alright. We are going first again because our opponent won the coin toss. So, this is, yep. Keep mulliganing, man. I mean, it makes sense. We don't have that many basics in the deck, but, like, still, it's a little frustrating. Fire. Buddy Poffin. Probably Charizard. Could be Ceruledge. That's my guess. Probably Charizard, though. Alright, one more mulligan. There we go. Not the worst. Not the worst starting hand. This is where we probably Nest Ball for a Fan Rotom. So yeah, definitely Charizard. Definitely Charizard. Ooh. Let's not play Artazon. If we don't have to, right? Let's not do that. Trying to think about what our best bet for getting this energy in the discard would be. I I think he's not getting knocked out. We know that. We have one to Dunsparce. Let's just hold off here. So my thought process is I want this energy in hand so that if we Dunsparce and we get an Ultra Ball or an Earthen Vessel, then our problem is solved. If I attach and then we Dunsparce for either of those cards, then we can't use Sada's. We can't use Sada next turn. So, oh my god, what a rough starting hand. 2 Research, Jacques, a Night Stretcher, a Candy, Dusknoir, Dusclops. Oof. Okay, so it is Dragapult, Charizard. Or, I guess maybe just Dragapult. I guess, yeah, probably just Dragapult. I don't know why I keep assuming Zard. Yeah. Probably just Pult. Which makes sense. You can do damage to the bench, you know. Maybe do well in this matchup. Oh, they're going to go into Badu. God damn it. Of course I had to start Great Tusk. I couldn't start Fan Rotom or Dunsparce. Ah, shit. Okay. Let's pop our first Dunsparce. Well, thankfully we wouldn't have gotten it anyways. So, probably not the worst thing. And we can now put Artazon in play safely, now that they have fully stacked their bench. Let's look through our deck here. We do have Neutralization Zone. We do have all of our Sadas. And we do have all of our Tusks. Now, I probably do attach for turn. Because I could see Iono coming. Could see another Badu coming. I don't know. A little bit of a slower start here. Didn't quite get everything we needed. I think that's kind of what this deck is going to be. It's like if you really get lucky, if you get the goated start, you get an energy in the discard pile, and you get Sada, and you get all this fun stuff. I think this is a great deck for the meta. Unfortunately, we are relying on quite a bit of luck to get us the Sada, the energy in the discard pile. All this fun stuff. So, I don't know. I'm guessing another... Oh, dude, thank you. Thank you. I was like, I thought another Itchy Pollen was coming. I was hoping Iono was coming. And that is perfect. Attach, explore, set up other stuff. Mill. They are already halfway through their deck and they have not taken a prize card yet. You love to see it. You'll love to see it. So yeah, now we can explorers safely. Let's see. Probably save the Super Rod. Super Rod and Counter Catcher maybe? Yeah, let's do that. And we got an energy in the discard pile, which you love to see. You love to see it. You love to see it. I do feel like Dragapult probably... Oh! Let's go! We milled a Clops and a Jamie Tower. Let's go! That's super clutch. So yeah, even if they... Okay, I was like, even if they get Dragapult up here, they're still not doing too much. And I can just Sada onto this Tusk and attack next turn again. So... This is where, like, with some of the slower decks, like Dragapult, while they're buttering you, you can just be milling the absolute shit out of their deck, and they kind of do it for you, too, with how much card draw they have. So, did they put down Fez on purpose? Why did they put down Fez? I went first, right? I had a freaking Tusk in the act. Oh, yeah, wait, why would they... They just started, they put Fez down kind of absent-mindedly. That was silly. They shouldn't have done that. They should not have done that. Whoo, yeah, baby. Come on. Come on. Let me do my stuff. Come on, app. Thank you. Okay, we're just going to leave Sada there, I guess. Let's go ahead and Dunsparce here. I know I'm kind of just incentivizing them to, oh, Crushing Hammer's huge. Oh, we can't use it right now, of course, but Crushing Hammer is huge. Artazon for Dunsparce, just keep that train rolling. And then we do have Earthen Vessel to discard this next turn, but we also have Explorer's Guidance in hand, so, like, let's just do that. And keep milling, baby! They're, like, yeah, they're so screwed. They're so screwed. Goodbye Dragapult, goodbye Arven. Countercatcher and Buddy Buddy at this point don't matter, but just getting through their deck is the point. Because the maximum they can do is evolve into DragaZard. Jesus Christ. Evolve into Dragapult, take out Great Tusk, put damage on my Dunsparces so that they're one-hit KO'able, right? And then I just push forward Tusk and keep it moving, you know? Because now I will be able to use items. So I will be able to Countercatcher up Fez and force that, and also Crushing Hammer, and potentially discarding a very important energy. Alright. 0 energies in the discard pile. So I think we move their fire over to Fezandipity. I figured that was coming. Still hurts, but did figure that one was coming. Okay. Not the worst thing here. Not the worst thing here. Because, yeah, we'll be able to Sada because these energies are going in the discard, so that'll work. I'm guessing 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. It's my guess. Let's see if I was right. Nope. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Alright. Fire energy onto Fez. Oh, and then I'll oh, I should have done it onto Duskull. Shoot. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. It's okay, though. We're chilling. Sada. Of course. Leave that other one in the discard pile for us. We're going to be able to get both of these Dunsparces out of range. Teehee. We have used multiple Sadas, so let's Pal Pad both of those boys back. Might as well pop one of these bad boys, because we can still use our Artazon too, I think. Oh, we got Countercatcher. Hell yeah. So we will at least be able to push forward Duskull. Get a fresh one of those out. Yeah, that was so stupid. I should have fanned onto Duskull. That was dumb. That was dumb. Do this. Let's just go get, ooh, our last 2 energies. We have 2 in the discard there. Go ahead and do that. We'll hold on to that to Dunsparce for next turn. And then we will gust up. I don't really want to dusk up Duskull. I don't want to gust up Duskull. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Yeah, we'll do that. There goes a fire. I guess that does mean that they can Night Stretcher back for it now, but Night Stretcher for it now, but that's fine. We do have 3 stretchers in the discard pile. Okay, they had a fire in hand, so we're just gonna make them manually retreat, and then I'm gonna push their probably their Psychic onto Fez. I think that's a good one. So they're gonna take 2 prize cards here, but that's all right. It is what it is, you know. They weren't able to set up another Dunsparce, so that's big. I guess we'll just go double fire on Fez. Or we'll move it. We'll move this one to Dusk. We'll move this one to Dusk. Alright. Okay. So they need to take 3 prize cards in the next 2 turns, pretty much. Which they should have the ability to do, hypothetically. I guess we'll see. Go ahead and Artazon for... Oh, shoot. We're out. We need our... Dang it, we need our Super Rod. See if we can find it with this Dunsparce. No, we cannot. See if we can find it with an Explorer's Guidance. We cannot, but we did find something fun. Ooh. Or do we Crushing Hammer? I think we Crushing Hammer here. It's tempting to go to Dunsparce, but I think we go Crushing Hammer. Do that. See if we can take out this Psychic as well. Let's go. Let's go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Shoot, man. We really need a Super Rod. We really need a Super Rod. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Ooh. Got rid of a Psychic, an Earthen, a Night Stretcher, and a Nest Ball. Nest Ball. Alright. Feeling pretty good here. I'm feeling pretty good here. We've just been absolutely messing with this Dragapult deck. It'd be cool if I could get my Xerosic at some point. This would be like the time to use it, you know? Where we could just use a single... Well, no. Actually, yes, we could just use a single mill. Never mind, they did it for us. That's game. That is game. They can boss up whatever the fuck they want. Like, pardon my French, but GG's. That is the game. Let's freaking go. Great Tusk is the GOAT. They're just gonna try to item lock me. Alright. That's fine. We can just Jet Energy, Explorer's Guidance, and voila. Jet, Explorer, Lane Collapse. Good game. Bye-bye, Dragapult. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's game 2. Let's get one more in. Come on, Great Tusk. Dude, this is so fun. I'm having such a good time with this deck right now. Alright, we finally won a coin flip. I actually do think we want to go first. I don't think counting on having everything in our hand for turn 2 is a good play. So I think I actually would prefer to go first. Not a terrible start. It'd be awesome if I could just like top deck an energy. Alright, another Dragapult matchup. Shocker, right? Who's surprised? Anybody? Anybody? No? Nobody? Alright. We'll get rid of the counter catcher because the Pal Pads are just too damn valuable. We will do this. Make sure that we can get our Sada going. Maybe I should have just attached to it, because now if they boss, I'll have to attach and retreat again. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they're not going to boss up my Dunsparce. Let's see what their move is here. I do think Dragapult's actually a pretty decent matchup. It's a pretty decent matchup for us. It's not the worst. Okay, we got a little Dragapult Charizard going on here. Alright. They already have Budu down, so at the very least, of course, we get Iono'd. At the very least, we will have that to move energies onto. Hopefully they put like Fez down or something. Okay. Alright, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. And they're going to double Buddy again. Okay. So they're just going to get a bunch of probably Dreepies down. Dreepy and another Charmander. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, and then they're just going to go right into Team Evo. Cool. Sweet. Thanks for letting me use items. I appreciate that. Go right into 2 Dracloaks, I'm assuming. Yep. probably right into 2 Dracloaks. Yeah. Not a bad move, but against me, it's kind of silly, because you actually don't want to be drawing that many cards against Great Tusk, or you're kind of screwed. Oh gosh, this is actually kind of tough. Let's Sada first. Let's Sada first. And then if we have to, we can go get a... ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and just start trying to discard some energies. Dude, we've been so lucky with the Crushing Hammers today. Gotta love it. Oh, we got a Jet Energy. Alright, cool. We're good. We're good. We'll just do that and put a Dunsparce down, and I think we'll call that good. Like, we could put Artazon down. Might as well. Go grab another Tusk for the bench. And start milling. I guess we should have checked our deck there in case we needed 2 Redeemable Ticket, but we can do it next turn. Got rid of a Dracloak, Charmander, and an Arven. Not bad. Not the best, unfortunately, but not bad. And now they are going to start drawing cards for me. And, I mean, chances are they're not going to have the ability to get a Charizard down and get a Dragapult down. So I feel like there are pretty good odds that they're just going to try to like Itchy Pollen us, and that would be awesome. Like, I love getting Itchy Pollen, especially when I have Explorer's Guidance in hand. Even if they Iono me, I wouldn't be too mad, because I feel like we'd have a pretty good shot at getting a Sada or a Pokégear or an Explorer, you know. Let's see what they got in that 7-card hand of theirs. It is Jacques. It is Jacques. Let's see what they go for. I could see... Oh, I did discard probably their 3rd Dracloak. Yeah, I was like... They probably only run 3 Dracloak, so that's cool, at least. So they're going to go Charizard. Okay. Then I'm just going to power up 1 onto Dreepy and 2 onto Zard, probably. Not bad, not bad. So they are going to force us to get down a... or force us to get a Sada this turn. Most likely. Maybe. I guess they could also attach from hand. Ah, okay, there they go. And they got the Psychic or the Luminous in hand. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. Alright. Really wish I had a Handheld Fan on this bad boy. But, interesting. Going for the Tusk on the bench. Guess we'll push Dunsparce forward. Probably gonna need it. Yeah. Alright. Let's go check. See if we have our Neutralization Zone. We do. Do we have our Sadas? We have 2 Sadas. But we did prize a... Okay. So we prized a Sada. We'll go ahead and get rid of Redeemable and our other Ultra Ball, unfortunately, to go get into Dunsparce. Please, oh please, just give me a Sada. Please. Ugh, okay, alright. Push forward him. Unfortunately, we'll have to do this. Do that. Go Handheld Fan there. Evolve, but probably hold there. Yeah. Maybe yeah. This will be fine. Unfortunate, but that's fine. And we still don't have a Sada, so we're still relying on getting one of those next turn. Which I don't love. But at least this will allow us to move an energy as long as they don't have boss. So that's something. Make things a little bit more challenging for them. They have already discarded 2 fire energies, and they have 2 on the board. Wonder how many they typically run. Let's see. Let's see. Tournaments, Pokemon, decks. Zard. Is there Dragapult in here? Not really. Whatever. Well, we'll just guess. We'll find out. We will find out. Alright, there's another Charmeleon so that they can repower up this Pult. Now does... Ah, shit. Fuck you. Alright. Well, even if I had put the handheld fan on one of the Tusks, they would have just bossed up the other ones, so... Whatever. Wondering where they'll go for the damage counters here. If they'll keep going 60 on the Tusk, or if they'll put 1 on the Dunsparce. I don't know. We shall find out. Okay, they're going to spread it out a little bit this time. They're going to spread it out. Alright. They've had a good start. We have not, really. But they are down to 22 cards, so... Huge Pokégear. Dude! Bruh. Oh my god. Nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Fuck. No, there they are. There they both are. Ugh. Jesus. Only used 1, too. Alright. Super Rod these boys back. So frustrating. So frustrating. So if they have boss, they could take out both of our Tusks in one go. So we'll do that. And yeah, unfortunately end our turn there. Things are not going so hot. They are going to take 2 prize cards here. Unfortunately, put themselves within 2. I don't think we've gotten rid of any stadiums either, so I can't risk really putting Neutralization Zone in play yet, because I feel like they would probably just have a stadium to counter it with. I don't know. This one's tough. This is where, like, this would be a good matchup if we had gotten our stuff going earlier on in the match. It's not looking great for us, but I'm going to stick it out. There's always a chance. There's always a chance we can come back. Plus, it does help that we're running just like all single prizers. So, best case for them, they could like boss up our healthy Great Tusk. But maybe I should have held on to that energy for that reason. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm hoping they don't have another boss in hand. Of course, saying that. Okay, of course, saying that they probably will. This one should be the easiest Phantom Dive, right? Just right onto Dunsparce. Yep, there we go. There you go. Luminous, enjoy your new home on Charmeleon. We could put it on Budu, but I don't know. Alright, there go 2 prize cards. We are getting risky here. Getting risky. There's another energy. Throw Handheld Fan down. Go ahead and Sada onto 1, because we have an energy in hand here. Attach onto the other one. Then we'll go grab a Dunsparce for next turn. And then we have a Sada for next turn as well. Good shit, good shit. Alright. We'll do one of each just because we don't have too many energies in the discard pile. Alright. back on track a little bit. We're going to have to get lucky. We're going to have to get lucky. We need them to not have a Luminous Energy in hand. Or really a Fire Energy in hand. We need to hope that they, like, don't run that many freaking energies. Because that's our biggest chance here. I was really hoping I was going to get Neutralization Zone. That did not happen. And they can just go get Charizard here. And get whatever energies that they have left. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. They're super rotting back in some energies. Okay. Okay. Maybe they have Charizard in hand and they were just going to check their deck. I don't really know. But that's a good sign. That's a good sign. The fact that they had to do that is indeed a good sign. Hitting for 50 on him. Hitting for 70 on him. Trying to see, like, if I did get Neutralization Zone down, what that would kind of, entail avoiding. Alright, do they have another Zard in their deck? Probably. Probably. So, this Tusk, ooh, I mean, yeah, they can't ever use Unfair Stamp, so. They're going Dracloak here. So maybe they don't have another Zard in their deck. Maybe it's in their prize cards. That'd be sick. That would be sick. And then they're just trying to Recon Directive draw into another Fire Energy. Please don't. Dude. Please let me just mill all of the frickin' energies. Okay. So they probably got that. Yeah. It's okay. It's alright. Bye-bye. Oh, they had a Zard in hand, too. Huh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. So we're going to need Neutralization Zone. This should be probably their only stadium, honestly. Neutralization Zone or Mimikyu. They cannot kill a Mimikyu. So, either or. There we go. Oh, I prized it? Fuck. Okay, so I did actually need I did actually need my redeemable ticket. Unless come on. Okay. Do that. We'll do that. We still have a chance. We still have a chance. We need them to just not have any energies at all. We need them to just not have any energies whatsoever. Please. Please. How have I not found my mother frickin' Neutralization Zone yet? That's crazy. They just need one energy and that's game. But if they Recon Directive twice and they don't get an energy, that's game for me. Please, please tell me that he used all of his fire energies through Charizard. Please. Ah! Damn it. Alright. Well, we'll include this one. It was a fun one. Genuinely came down to that last Recon Directive. It's close. It was close. If we hadn't prized our Mimikyu, I think we would have won. Actually, no, I know we would have won. So, I guess unless he had boss. He could have had boss. But, bummer. We couldn't get our Neutralization Zone down in time, and it was in our last, like, 4 or 5 cards of our deck, so that is just unfortunate. But that was super fun. Back to you, Other Tie. Thank you, Other Tie. Well, that was Great Tusk Mill for you. Back from the dead, kind of like Cloth, except unlike Cloth, Great Tusk actually performed extremely well at a freaking regionals. This is a super fun deck, and I actually think you can get somewhat consistent gameplay out of this deck, all thanks to Dudunsparce. Normally I would say, this is a fun deck to play to locals, but I probably wouldn't play it through a regional. But that doesn't really apply here, because it finished 16th. at a regional. So like, shit, if you're looking for a fun, kind of out of the meta deck to play to NAIC, look, all I'm saying is Great Tusk might be it. Alright? All I'm saying. Once again, a huge shout out to Camilo, Nilo, just you're a fantastic deck builder and you are representing all of us mill lovers extremely well. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Great Tusk and if it could actually be like a sneaky good meta play. I appreciate the love and support on the last Cloth vid. It makes me so happy that Cloth Joltik might see some play, even if it's just casually. I just thank y'all. Also, sorry if I sound weird in this video. I have a cold cough thing right now, and I can hear it. It's making me sound really nasally, so I apologize. Thank you if you've made it through all of this. Hopefully by the next vid, it will be gone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you really enjoyed it, you can support me a little extra by becoming a channel member. Huge shout out to Wes Reacts, Plus Ultra G, Chef Husky, and Justin G for your support. Y'all are the absolute goats, and I love you so freaking much. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the absolute best. I will be back soon. Hopefully not sick next time. I love you, my sweet, beautiful Totodile gang, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Peace out.